Well, hello, and I guess thanks for coming to obviously watch this video. And I'd imagine one of the things you're thinking about at the moment is a little bit about how you're feeling, and perhaps you want to get yourself into a bit of a place to help you kind of achieve the things that are important to you. So I guess what I wanted to share is a little bit about how I and other people that I know kind of go about achieving the important things for them in their lives. And I think one of the most important things that I've learned is that everybody has rubbish days, rubbish weeks even, and it's a normal thing to happen to people, for things to not to go well, and for them to feel like things are getting a bit on top of them, are not going quite as they planned. So I think it's really normal for that to happen to people, and there are a couple of things that I've learned that have really helped me, and one is that when people, or when something bad happens or something unexpected happens to me, I have two choices. I can let the thing that's happened to me that I didn't want to happen to me get on top of me and start to make me feel like I'm not going to achieve what I wanted to do, or I can choose to take a completely different approach to it. And something I was told about a long time ago is the word responsibility. And if you take the word responsibility and cut it in half, it's response and then the word ability. And what that means is we all have the ability to respond to what happens to us in whatever way we choose. So if something terrible happens to us, we can choose to let it get on top of us, and we can choose to let it ruin our day or make us think we'll never achieve our goal. Or we can choose to go, you know what, these things happen because they do. Bad things do happen because they do. But I'm not going to let that stop me getting in the way of what it is that I want to achieve. So, and one of the little things I do, which I find quite unnerving for some people, but if something bad happens, I'll then smile or laugh about it. And it's something I've kind of trained myself to do. And I find it's a really great way of keeping me positive when things that I don't want to happen are happening. And I'll give you a really simple example. So the other day I was being given a bit of a hard time by somebody for not doing something that they wanted me to do, and it didn't happen right. And I was getting a bit of kind of abuse, if you like, about something I hadn't done. And I just smiled about it. And they said, "Why are you smiling about it? You know, this is not good, Simon. Why are you smiling about it?" And I said, "Well, because it's easier to smile than it is to be grumpy, and it just makes me feel better. And I don't want to feel bad, because when I feel bad, I don't achieve the things I want to achieve." So I've just taught myself to smile way more, particularly when bad things are happening to me. So I've certainly found, I know that might sound really crass and really stupid, but again, if I think about all the people I know who've been successful in their lives and consistently successful in their lives, they've done two things. One, they've all had things go wrong, and they've all failed at things, or things haven't quite gone wrong, but they haven't let it beat them, and they haven't let it stop them being energetic about what they're trying to do, hasn't affected their energy levels and how they go about things. They've still gone at things with real energy and real enthusiasm. You think of successful sports people, you think of successful people in the media industry or in film. They've all overcome kind of adversities, and they haven't allowed it to beat them. And there's a brilliant quote, and I've no idea who it's from, but I absolutely live by it. And that is, failure will not live with persistence. So failure will not live with persistence. So if you do not allow that failure to stop you, but you keep at it, and you keep working at it, and you keep focused on that goal and what it is that you want to achieve, you absolutely will get there in the end. It might take you a bit longer than you expected, and you might indeed achieve that goal through a slightly different route than the one you expected, and in a different way than the one you had expected. But importantly, you will get there and you will achieve that goal. Whatever that goal is, that might be something really big that you want, or it might be something really small that you want along the way to achieving a bigger goal. But I think it's really important to recognise, and one of the things I've learned in my life, both my personal life and my business life, is not to allow bad things to get on top of me, or indeed negative people. You know, so there are often people in our lives who will tell us, oh, that'll never work, or I told you that would never work, or they just come in and they're just one of these people who dump rubbish on you. And I'm not literally talking about a dustbin and tipping it on your head, but metaphorically, what they're doing is they're just people who are just negative people. And I'm sure you know the kind of people I'm talking about. They just pour negativity and poison into your ear. And I think they're really important people to keep away from. And as much as possible, surround yourself with positive people, people who are going to make you feel good about yourself and are going to help you on your journey. Or indeed, just picture them. You know, so if you're feeling a bit down and things are getting a bit on top of you, maybe literally physically move away from where you're at. So if you're at your desk at work or you're at home, physically get up and move from where you are, and just maybe close your eyes and just picture something positive. Picture your kids or your partner or a really nice holiday you're going to go on. But picture something positive that you like that makes you feel better and good about yourself. And I'd suggest, as I say, moving away from where you are. So you're making a physical change to then bring that about. But the idea of picturing or visioning or however you want to describe it, I think is a really powerful tool. And there was something that I did years ago when I first started out on my career. I had some really big goals about some of the things that I wanted to achieve, and it was going to take me quite a while to get there. And one of the rewards I was going to get for achieving that outcome was a specific kind of car. And so two things happened. My boss of the time did something really smart, is he organised for the car dealer to bring the car up to work. And I got to go in the car, not just sit in the car, but drive the car. So I got to experience what it would be like to be in my dream car. And then when I got back to the office, they took a picture of me in the car. And then I took that picture and I stuck it on the front of my calendar, on my diary. And in today's world, you'd put it probably as your screensaver on your computer. But then every day I had a visual reminder of why I was doing what I was doing, why I was putting the effort in I was putting in, why I was putting the hours in I was putting in, and why when things were bad and things went wrong along my way to achieving that goal I had setbacks. All I had to do was to look at that picture and see me in that car to remind me, you know what, Simon? That's why you're doing it. You're doing it because you stick at it, that is the outcome you will get. And surprisingly enough, or not, that's exactly the outcome that I achieved. Within the timescales I set for myself, I made that happen. And I'm absolutely convinced that part of it was that visual reminder of what my goal was. So that when bad things happened, all I had to do is relook at it and go, yeah, you know what, that thing that's gone wrong is minor compared to that. And it could be all kinds of things. Everyone's goals are different and very personal to them. You know, I was 24 years old and I wanted a stupidly fast car. You know, that was the thing that was important to me. For you, it might be something completely different. It might be a holiday, it might be moving into your first house or moving to a new house, or it might be finding yourself a new partner. I don't know. It could be any form of goal, but whatever it is, you know, have yourself some way of reminding yourself about why you are doing what you're doing and why it's important for you and what you will get as a result of sticking at it and being persistent and picking yourself back up again going forward. So those are some tools that I've used that have really helped me on my journey to the success I've had so far. I'm not done yet. I have more goals. I have new things I want to do. I didn't stop when I got the car. I kept going. But those have helped me, and hopefully they'll help you. So I hope that was useful, and good luck with those goals. And I'm sure you'll get there if you use some of the tools that you've listened from here and through the rest of the site. So good luck with it.